Most of us don't ruin our lives publicly. We erode them privately, not with a big failure, but with 1,000 small permissions that we give ourselves when nobody's around. If that landed a little close to home, you're not alone. That usually means you're starting to pay attention, becoming self-aware. Not that you're being accused of anything. And this isn't about anybody being perfect, because if it were, none of us would still be here having this conversation. But we've all seen it, right? Good men, capable men, slowly losing clarity and confidence over time. Not because they're pretending, not because they didn't care, but because that inner life drifted away because of the weight that they'd been carrying on the outside. Most of us were never taught that the inner life is actually what comes first. A lot of us learned that integrity meant not getting caught. As long as it stayed private, it really didn't count, right? But that definition was always way too small. Integrity isn't about visibility. It's about being whole. Who we are in public is who we perform. Who we are in private is who we're continuing to be shaped into. And what shapes us quietly always shows up eventually. But that's uncomfortable because there's no applause in that stillness and that quiet. No one's watching. It's just us and reality. Here's a framework that most of us were never given. Reputation, character, identity. Reputation is what people think about us. Character is what we allow within ourselves. And identity is what was really already given to us and we continue to reinforce in the choices that we make. Our patterns tell the truth long before our words do. What we turn to when we're stressed, what we excuse when we're tired, what we avoid when honesty would cost us comfort, that's not about condemnation. It's about formation. Because the person we're becoming in private is the person we bring into every relationship, into every responsibility, into every moment of pressure. And if discipline alone solved this, every highly controlled man would be whole. But we know that's not how it works. Most of us don't drift privately because we're reckless. We drift because there's no immediate consequence. No one is interrupting our thoughts. No one challenging our justifications. That's all happening inside. No one sees the slow trade that we're making. Depth for ease, truth for comfort. So we tell ourselves it's harmless. But here's the reality we eventually all run into. What's hidden doesn't stay hidden forever. It just waits to be unearthed, not to punish us, but to rise to the surface. Because a divided life can't stay divided and still hold the weight that we're supposed to carry. But here's where the hope is. Even when no one else is watching, our lives aren't unnoticed. That doesn't mean we're being hunted by somebody. It means we're being invited into something, not through pretending, but through honesty. Who we are when no one's watching isn't the secret version of us. It's the version that is continuing to be reinforced, continuing to be formed. So here's the question that we all have to face at some point. What do we keep doing in private that we wouldn't want shaping the people that come after us? We don't have to solve that today. We don't have to justify it. We don't have to punish ourselves. We just have to stop hiding from it, hiding from ourselves. Because truth, it honestly doesn't weaken us. It steadies us. If we want to be men of integrity, we don't live double lives. Not because we're flawless, but because we truly are trying to be whole. And when the inside and the outside start to match, something shifts. We stop managing appearances. We start living with the weight and clarity that we're designed to carry. And so as you've listened to me, if anything has stirred up inside you, don't run from it, guys. Be a man. Sit in it for just a little bit and ask yourself, why did that stir up inside me? Whatever it is, be curious about that and be curious about why it got stirred up. That's the gateway to understanding yourself and being able to actually take some tangible action steps, not tomorrow and the week after, but today. And if you've listened to this and you say, man, there's another guy that I know needs to hear this, send it to him. You don't have to send him a big, long speech or a big, long sermon. Just say, hey, man, I see you. I know that there's stuff going on in your life. There's stuff going on in my life. I want you to watch this. But if you have found this helpful, I want you to subscribe. I want you to be a part of what we are building here, a space where men can genuinely talk about the things that are happening in life rather than putting on the performance, putting on the mask and posturing. We can get real work done here. And I'm glad you're here.